What is nirvana, the ultimate freedom in Buddhism? What if you could reach a state where suffering no longer had a grip on you, where anger, fear, craving, and confusion simply faded away like clouds revealing the endless blue sky? That's what the Buddha discovered, and it's called nirvana. Nirvana is not a mysterious place in the heavens, nor a dreamlike paradise. It is a state of mind, a profound awakening, a freedom beyond imagination. In the Pali language, nibbana means blowing out, like extinguishing a flame. But what is blown out? The fires of greed, hatred, and delusion, the roots of all suffering. To understand nirvana, let's go back to the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the prince who became the Buddha. He had wealth, luxury, and power. Yet when he saw old age, sickness, and death, he realized that no worldly possession could protect us from suffering. So he left his palace in search of truth. After years of intense practice, Siddhartha sat under the Bodhi tree and made a vow. Even if my flesh dries up and my bones turn to dust, I will not rise until I have found the end of suffering. And in the silence of that night, he saw deeply into the nature of reality, that everything is impermanent, that clinging leads to pain, and that freedom lies in letting go. In that moment, he attained enlightenment, realizing nirvana. But what does nirvana feel like? The Buddha described it as the highest peace, the unshakable liberation of the heart, beyond all fear, all becoming, all illusion. He called it the unborn, the unconditioned, the deathless. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack your entire life, filled with regrets, desires, expectations, fears. Then, one day, you simply take it off. You feel light, free, open. That's a glimpse of what nirvana is like. There's a famous story of Angulimala, a feared murderer who wore a necklace of fingers from his victims. After meeting the Buddha, he was struck by his calm and compassion. Something in him shifted. He dropped his weapon, became a monk, and eventually attained enlightenment. Even someone drowning in darkness can find light. Nirvana is not a cold emptiness. It's the end of struggle, the beginning of true compassion. A person who realizes nirvana doesn't become detached from life. Instead, they become deeply present, unshaken by praise or blame, success or failure. They live with kindness, clarity, and inner peace. In Buddhist practice, the path to nirvana is laid out in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. These aren't abstract theories. They are step-by-step tools to transform your life. Through right view, right speech, right mindfulness, and more, we slowly let go of illusions and open ourselves to the truth. One powerful example is the practice of meditation. When you sit in silence and watch your thoughts rise and fall, you start to see how impermanent and fleeting they are. You're not your anger, you're not your fear. You are the awareness beneath it. There's also the example of the lotus flower. Though it grows in muddy water, it blooms pure and beautiful. Likewise, nirvana is not about escaping life. It's about blooming right in the midst of chaos. It's about seeing clearly and living freely. Some people ask, if I attain nirvana, will I disappear? Not at all. What disappears is suffering, ego, attachment. What remains is presence, joy, and compassion that no longer needs to prove itself. Nirvana is not something to chase, it's something to realize. It's always been here, waiting beneath the surface of our busy minds. As the Zen saying goes, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Life doesn't change, but how you live it does. So why does nirvana matter? Because we all long to be free. We all want peace that's not dependent on conditions. Nirvana shows us that this freedom is possible, not in another life, not in some far-off realm, but right here, right now, in this very breath, in this awakened moment.